Hey everyone, as always, Dylan Miller Prospecting. And again, it is Paydirt review time. Since I had such a bad review earlier in the week, I figured I might as well do a second review this week. And again, it's a bad one. In fact, this one is even worse than the last one because I never even got my Paydirt. This review was supposed to be on Treasure Hunters HQ, an Etsy seller. But I never received my Paydirt. I never received any replies to my multiple messages to the seller. Fortunately, I did get my money back through Etsy, but overall, it was a pretty horrible experience. Now, when I first saw this seller on Etsy, I actually saw their website first. They do have a nice website. There's lots of details on it, and it just forwards you to their Etsy store. So I went to their Etsy store. He had zero feedback, and I figured, looks good. I should order some. And I'll actually even flash up the description right here. As you can see, it's a decent description, a nice 6 on the score, something like that. But it does give you some information. The seller is located in California, where the Paydirt supposedly ships from and where this Paydirt is supposedly from. So overall, it was pretty nice looking, so I ordered a bag. And at 25 bucks, it's a pretty decent deal, which is how much a Paydirt cost, $24.95 by the way. You know, it was a lower tier Paydirt. It looked like fun. It had really nice packaging and all that. And I ordered a bag. And I waited, and after about 2 weeks, I sent the seller a message and got no reply. Another 2 weeks, sent another one. After 45 days, I finally gave up and just filed a chargeback against the seller. And through Etsy, you have to try to communicate with the seller again before you can get a refund. And again, they never replied, and I was eventually given my refund about 60 days after purchase. So overall, it was a pretty horrible experience, which is why I'm wearing my t-shirt. I'd rather be gold panning because I'd much rather be panning even a bad bag of Paydirt than no Paydirt, which is what I got from this seller. So I'm not going to be really quick about this. I'm just going to give this seller a total 0 score. And I haven't got one of those in a very long time, so I guess I was due. ROI was a 0. Fun factor was a 0. Paydirt description, while I normally would give him a 6, it was all lies. I received nothing, so it's a 0. Packaging and shipping, 0. Customer service, 0. So big fat 0 on Treasure Hunters HQ, an Etsy seller. Now I will say too, one thing about the Etsy store is I looked on Etsy and the vast majority of the sellers on Etsy I would avoid. I just, it's one of the reasons why I haven't ever really done any reviews on Etsy is most of the sellers on there seem to be bad sellers. You have this guy who never shipped my Paydirt. You have another guy, MJ something, that ships out of Israel but claims that it's from Alaska, and I did do a non-review on them as well when I purchased it off of Etsy. So it's 2 times I've purchased off of Etsy, and both times I never received anything. They also have the seller on there who is notorious for making all the copycat websites like Lynch Mining, Klondike Clinkers, and all these other sellers, Whiskey Pete's. He has all of his Paydirt on Etsy. So I personally would just never buy a Paydirt off of Etsy again. I just don't think it's a good site. They obviously aren't paying attention to who's scamming and who's not. They probably don't sell a lot of Paydirt, so they're not too worried about it. But overall, this was just a really bad experience. I probably will never go back to Etsy to buy a Paydirt again. And hopefully everyone avoids this seller, Treasure Hunters HQ. It's not worth it if you don't get your Paydirt. That's going to be it for today's video. Pretty much a non-existent video. I didn't get to find any gold. I didn't get to do anything. I guess all I get to do is give away a gold-plated dime, and that's going to go to Wayne Tolliver Banks. So Wayne Tolliver Banks, make sure you email me so I can send this off to you. And to everyone else, thanks for watching and happy panning.